was a kid, I've always talked about joining the military. I've always been a very patriotic and kind of I'm going to join the military. This has always been my kind of thing I'm going to do. The Navy just sounded more like something that I would be interested in simply because of the traveling and because of the, you know, I'm an adrenaline junkie. I like action stuff like this. And I know I should initially join the infantry. July 8th is when I initially joined. They shipped me out on July 7th, I think, and I got there July 8th, started everything, and hit the ground running. The first time I went on a ship was Fleet Week, and that was in, I think, later part of 2000 or early 2001. Fleet Week is where you go to New York City and they honor the U.S. Navy. Honor the military mostly, but it's just like you have mostly sailors and Marines there. I very vaguely remember going up to the top part of the World Trade Center and looking around. You know, we toured the thing, and you know, I remember riding down on the escalator, and I had my hands on it and just picked my feet up, and it stopped and started squealing. So somebody said I broke the escalator and stuff. And then a few months after that is when World Trade Center got hit. And as soon as that happened, they pulled every ship out of the port and out to sea. I remember very much we had just started to pull out. They were just about to unhook everything when the captain came across and announced across the ship, so everybody stops and watches the TV. So we delayed for a split second, and we had to go sit off the coast of New York just in case anything else was to happen. So we set out to sea for a couple weeks, I think it was, or whatever, and came back in, really started prepping up, and we went on our first deployment, which was they sent us to near the coast of Iraq. What we did is we launched and recovered the aircraft. So once they hooked the planes up to the aircraft to shoot them off, that's what we did. So we shot off aircraft fully loaded with bombs and all that stuff. They'd come back, landed, and be completely empty. So they were dropping bombs on the whole Iraq war when it kicked off and stuff. So that was the first deployment. We were right off the coast of Iraq. So, and they kept telling us you're part of the Iraq war. Well, I'd say honestly, like out of everything, is losing Matt. I know it's crazy to say that the most memorable moment is losing somebody, having somebody and stuff, but it was while we were in Afghanistan on my last tour, and Matt and Eli were very close friends. We were both in Eli's wedding, and Matt and Eli were going to be in my wedding as soon as we got back, and we didn't get to make it to Matt's wedding because we were in field training at that time. On April 28th, he was out in the sector and was shot by the enemy and shot and killed. And that was just that's the most memorable thing that I always remember. That I know I'm always gonna remember, even if I lose my mind. I know it's always gonna be something that I hang on to. So every year on the 28th, I do something different. I try to bring his memory alive, and I go to an event. I go somewhere like this year. I'm going to a Texas Rangers game. Last year I went to a Rangers game. But this year I'll go to a Rangers game again. And what I do is I sit and I have a book that has every firefight and everything that I've ever done in the Army, it written down in it. So from the first firefight, what happened to the whole firefight, the next one, and the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. And there's a few of them, good bit of them in there. And then it has every year what I do on the 28th, and then on that same paper, I have 10 people that I walk up to just randomly and say, "Hey, may I talk to you for a split second?" I tell them about Matt. I tell them about his, about what he did and what he sacrificed and everything like this. And then I ask him if you can, or if you have time, would you please sign my book? So they have a little block, but a lot of people, nobody has ever turned me down. So. They write something and say, "Hey, thank you for everything that you've sacrificed, and God be with you, and please watch over us." And so, but it's just my way to keep his memory alive. So that's why I say it's my most memorable thing. Hit the ground running and thick skin. Don't take anything to heart. be who you're going to be. Don't let people change you a lot, because I mean, there are people that are going to be trying to change you for the worse, what they think is for better. I mean, I am who I am, regardless of who's around. Just be who you're going to be, and stick to your guns, and don't get your feelings hurt when somebody jumps on you for doing wrong. Then know that you did wrong. Take the chewing. Just drive up. So.
Hard work, hard work. The mission is go. Hard work, hard work. That's what you say. Hard work, hard work.